Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to round 34 on the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sport. So, today we'll be able to race on Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya Grand Prix layout for 7 laps, and we'll be using N500 cars for today. So, choose the best vehicle, we'll be ready to go. So, this is going to get very challenging, we'll be prepared. So, this is going to be able to get ready to choose the best strong high performance vehicle that this one might be able to going in to take. So just gonna go choose by power, and now this is gonna be able to get everything ready to go for this race. And now just gonna be able to go and use the Porsche 911 GT3 RS model 991, and then this is gonna get everything, we'll be ready to get started to be able to take one good challenge that this is gonna be able to take. So, before you're enjoying watching the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And this is going to get everything we might keep up to be able to keep supporting, that this is going to be able to check out with some more videos. Now, looks like this is going to be very perfect, that this is going to be able to go for another round for an N500 race. So, well, good thing that this is going to get very challenging to be prepared for the most moment. If there's any KTM Expo Rs, we might be able to get max power to be able to get ready. So let's just gonna get prepared for another round for this race, and then this is gonna be able to take for 2-minute practice time that this one might going in. Okay, so everything is worked up perfectly to be able to take the balance of performance. So this is gonna get everything, we'll be ready to be able to take the challenge, that this is gonna get everything skillful to be able to get. So let's go, and now this is gonna get everything, we'll be prepared, because good thing I just took the practice, because this is gonna get everything, we'll be ready to be able to take the hard challenge that this will might be prepared. This is gonna get everything well skilled to be able to take any performance that this is gonna be able to take on for. So just gonna be able to take plenty more inside turns, if any chances that this is gonna be able to going in by any car, that this is gonna be able to take everything for use. Now, looks like this is going to get everything prepared to be able to take one challenge. So the first turn is going to get very partially struggled, that this is going to be able to be ready for. So even that this is going to be able to take any track length of this is going to be able to take a little bit harder. And then this is going to get very challenging to be able to go in quick, because this is going to get everything handling that this will might be able to be prepared for. But it gets very hard for anyone that there might be able to use the Porsche 911 GT3 RS in the race, because this is going to get everything skillful that this is going to be able to take it on for, since racing on the Porsche Cup at the Endurance League in the GT League. Now this is going to be able to be ready for taking a lot of pressure rush that this is going to be able to going in. So just going to be able to brake earlier, that this is definitely might be soon as possible, that this will might need to be ready for. Okay, so just gonna have to take plenty handling skills to be able to keep it on going, and then this is gonna be able to take the penalty line, that this will might be able to get well checked to be able to get prepared to do it. Now this is gonna get very sharper to be able to get everything well careful to be made. So just gonna have to do the best inside turns if you can, because this is gonna get everything challenging, that this will might be prepared for one good qualifying time, but evenly that this is going to get everything will be properly to be able to get everything we'll have. So even that this is going to get very skillful to be able to take that chicane, is going to get everything closer to be able to get. Alright, on to the 10-second time check, that this is going to be going in at the last corner. So this is going to be able to do a lot of speed, that this is going to get everything well properly to get. So just going to be able to keep trying until this is going to be able to beat under 2 minutes at the time, until this is going to get everything will be ready. Now just going to have to take that braking points at the first turn, so it's going to get everything well skilled, that this is going to be able to do plenty caution, that this is going to be able to get there without getting off the track by a mistake. Okay, now this is going to get very handling, that this is going to get everything tired up on it, because this is going to get very stronger, that this will might need to do plenty of skills, including the Porsche 911 GT3 is definitely might be pretty lightly skilled, that this is going to get moderate heavy, that this is going to be able to get in for. Now, it's going to get very competitive that this is going to be able to take plenty of much more turns that this will might come in for. Now, just going to be able to make sure have the early inside turns that this is going to get everything plenty closer to get, because this is going to get everything we'll need to do a lot of work, because this is going to get challenging to be able to get in. Okay, that was definitely might be pretty closer, but watch the gap distance, because this is definitely might needed to be able to take on the KTM Expo R. It is going to be the very challenging one, because this is going to get everything past that good turbocharged performance engine board. So even the Porsche 911 GT3 RS also has a 7-speed transmission that could be giving a good perfectly used, because this is definitely might be able to give one perfect chance that this is going to be able to take the battle. We might get prepared to do it seriously, to be able to have everything we can get, but this is going to get everything well skilled that this is going to be able to take a lot of distance. We might be able to get there, because this is going to get everything handling that this we might do properly. We might have to get. Alright, there you go, 1 minute and 59 seconds at the time, and then this is going to get everything we'll be ready to be able to take a lot of pressure to be able to get in by the rush. So the first turn is going to be very wide open, so just going to be able to make sure which braking point position whenever you're going at, because this is going to get very tougher to be able to be prepared for one racing moment without making a mistake. Now, looks like this is going to be able to keep up until this is going to be able to take the gap distance. We might be able to be insured, because this is going to get very wider to be able to do any other turns that this is going to be able to take expectations to be able to coming in to get. Okay, this is going to get very well inside turns to be able to keep it on hold. Now, this is going to get very worked up that this is going to be able to take a little bit of time to be able to get focus on, to be able to do maintain proper ways to get. Okay, getting a little bit shorter. Just gonna take a little bit more turns that this is gonna get very slider to be able to get through it. Okay. Now, looks like this is gonna get everything going in. Now, I hope that this is gonna get pretty worked up, that this is going to be able to choose any different card that this is going to be able to going in, and this could be giving you the best choice that this is going to be able to take. But, well, even that this is going to get very stronger and getting a little bit loosened up on it, because just going to learn to take on the struggle that this is going to be able to have to take a little bit well managed control of the steering effects that this is going to be able to coming in for. Alright, so looks like taking the 3-lap practice is all done, and now this is going to get everything we'll be ready to be able to take a little bit few more time from the warm-up until maybe this is going to get everything we might need it. Alright. Now, looks like this is going to get very tougher to be able to deal with any turns that this is going to be able to take in for. Now, even that this is going to be able to take stronger gap distance, it's going to get very tighter and shorter, because this is going to be able to take contested ways to be able to get in for. Now, even that this is going to be able to take plenty of handling turns that this is going to be able to get everything well properly to be able to maintain, because this is going to get everything we might do a lot of practice to be able to race around on Barcelona by using any N500 cars that could be given the best choice that will be suited for to be able to take the race. Okay, 6 seconds left to go, so this is going to be able to get ready to join in session of the race, and then this is going to be able to take one good race entry to be able to going in to be prepared for a match. So let's just going to wait until this wheel might be prepared for the best moment to be able to come. If there's any KTM Expo Rs, we'll be able to joining in to be able to take on a one tough challenge. Alright, so looks like this is going to get very perfectly interesting to see it for. Now, looks like all Porsche 911 GT3 RS are now in the race, and then several other cars like the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3, Ferrari F40 and also some road cars as well, because this is going to get everything will be skillful to be prepared for. This is going to be very excellent for another good time in the race, because it's going to take a lot of more runs that this will might get everything in for. Alright, everybody is here. It's good to see them again, and then this is going to be able to take one good skillful turns that this is going to be able to have. So let's go and get ready for a 2-minute warm-up time until this is going to get prepared for. Now, any N500 vehicles are definitely might be skillful to be able to take it in on any track, including the Barcelona. So this is going to get everything will be prepared to be able to take the top challenge. So the heavier it gets on that turn, so we had to be able to deal with any other turns that this is going to get safer or not, because this is going to be able to learn to overcome the effects of the turn, because this is going to get very challenging to be able to get in. Okay, looks like Don Calso, VIP, is here once again to be able to join in on the race. Good thing everybody is here while taking a little bit chat time that this one might do preparation work to be able to get ready. Okay, now this is going to get very challenging that this is going to have to take, because maybe this is going to be able to take well focused to be able to keep it going on the check, because this is going to get everything skillful to be able to take a lot more ways to be able to get focusing on for. So hope everybody is bringing out the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. That could be the best choice, that this is definitely might be able to be ready since the Porsche Cup on the Endurance League, that this is going to get everything will be prepared. Now, just going to have to give it one good excited moment to be able to come, but this is going to get everything well focused to be able to maintain the handling that this is going to take the stability we might take. Alright, warm up complete. Now, time to get ready for our qualifying time to be able to get going on 10 minutes. Alright, now looks like this is going to get prepared to do the best qualifying time to be able to get. So let's just going to have to get the first 3 to be able to going in onto the pit out to be able to get started for one good qualifying time. So this is going to get very lighter and tougher to be able to get quickly to get. Now looks like this is going to get everything pretty sure, because better grab some handling turns to be able to get the good proficiency skill that this is going to be able to master the Porsche 911. Alright, just going to have to step on it, and then just going to have to be very careful, try not to do any tap onto the opponents, because that will cause a decreased SR, will might be able to coming in to be able to give the effect on it. So even that this is going to get very closer strategy, that this is going to be able to do proper ways to be able to maintain control of the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, is going to be able to do proper ways to be able to make it one good control to be able to stay strong and stay focused, and then just going to have to take one proper stability to be able to keep it going to be able to maintain the pace, because this is going to get very stronger to be able to have to keep it endure. But this is going to have to take a balanced car, that this is going to need to do a proper control ways to be able to master it. Okay, so looks like this is going to get pretty closer edge, that this is going to be able to get everything in for. Now looks like just going to have to do a very lightly turn, that this is going to get everything well handling in for. So that will might prevent causing of a tire decrease rating effect, that this is going to be able to get a little bit depleted. So we have to be able to use the turn very wisely to be able to keep it calm and steady. Now let's just going to be able to make sure, because this is going to get very tighter to be able to take that grip wheel might stay longer to get. The harder wheel might come, because this is going to be able to use it very wisely to be able to make sure, because this is going to get very stronger to be able to have to take one best option choice that this is going to be able to coming in to be made. Now, here's for a little bit footage to be seen here. So that's how one Porsche just definitely might be got off the track and then finding a way to be able to recover it. Now, this is going to get pretty closer in that this is going to be able to take the risk, that this is going to be able to stay controlled, that this is going to be able to maintain the struggle. But it gets a little bit harder, but we have to be able to be very precisely careful not to have any perceived penalty or any collision problems or drop down on any position that this is going to get very much closer to be able to have. Now, let's just going to be able to do it very wisely, and then this is going to get everything we might be ready to take the hard challenge. We might get prepared. Now, this is going to be able to take regular, efficient performance by balance check, that this is going to get everything we might have properly ways to be able to get through. Now, looks like this is going to get very stronger to be able to take on it, and then this is all about taking the struggle, is going to be able to keep it in, to be able to keep it on going. Now, even that this is definitely all about taking the struggle, whenever if any of other opponent is definitely might be able to take one better chance to be able to going in, to be able to take on in first place or any position, has definitely might be able to coming in by the chance. But make sure watch the tire very wisely, because this is going to get very harder to be able to get a little bit loosened up on the control, because this is definitely might be needed in case. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take 2 minutes and 3 seconds by the time, and then this is going to be able to take the qualifying time to be able to take the progress. But even for this pit strategy, tires will be needed for use, because no need to take refuel. If possible, that this is going to be able to take plenty amount of liters, but whenever the tire is having a little bit trouble time going on, so this is going to get very risky that this is going to be able to coming in. Okay, just going to have to be able to going in on the pit stop, so this is going to be able to give it one call in until this is going to be able to get that tire problem, because that's the main issue while taking the handling of the Porsche 911. The left rear is definitely might be having a tire effect, because it takes too much pressure to be able to keep it on hold. Now, that was definitely might be very unbelievable, because this might need to be able to choose it very wisely if we have to be very careful, because that may cause a loosened grip effect, because this is definitely might be causing a little bit issue problem, because the tire is going to get pretty easily to be depleted anytime soon, because this is going to get everything will be worked up, and then this is going to get everything needs to be able to get a hold of ourselves, because that takes a lot of pressure. Okay, now it's just going to give a little bit more time, and then this is going to get everything a little bit tougher, if we might be able to do proper ways to be able to have everything. But if possible, the TCS could be able to take a little bit more grip time, that this is going to be needed to be able to stay strong. But, well, it gets a little bit contested, but that will might reduce the speed effect that this is going to be able to coming in. Okay, it's just going to going in onto the pits, and then just going to go and grab the soft tires, that this will be needed for only one for use. They're just waiting to be able to coming in. Well, I hope that this is going to get very genuine careful not to take too much skidding, that this is definitely might have a problem. Okay, looks like this is definitely might be all good, so looks like just going to be able to get back, and then this is going to be able to take the overtime we might get started out for. So be sure, use the turn very wisely whenever the rear tire is going to get very issue that this is going to be coming on for. So just going to have to be able to make sure, do it nice and slow, because that might do it safer to be able to reduce the decreased amount of the rear tire grip that this is going to be able to have. So just going to be able to make sure, because this is going to get very challenging, that this is going to get everything going on to see it. Okay, looks like notification received from Freak Show 49 about liking an activity, so this is definitely might be able to check it later on. Alright, so maybe this is going to be able to take one good tire strategy check that this is going to be able to be prepared for. So just going to do the best you can, because this is going to get very harder if we might be able to take one good responsibility to be able to keep a good ice check on the tire on the rear, because that should be probably might be able to keep on track a bit, because well, it's going to get very harder to be able to reduce the steadiness of the loosened grip effect by the slide turns. That this is going to be very challenging, that we might be able to make sure. Okay, looks like just gonna have to go for only one more qualifying time that this is gonna be able to get, because this is definitely might be able to start out on the 14th place. This is gonna get very challenging that this will might be begin. Okay, this is gonna be it. Now, this is gonna get everything will be started, because taking the 2 minute and 1 second time, and then this is gonna be able to take the most fastest lap time that any other driver could get, because this is going to get everything will be worked up to be prepared. Okay, just going to going in on the inside of the turn, and then just going to have to use that grip very wisely, that this is going to be able to make it nice and slow. Okay, just going to have to wait for 30 seconds until qualifying time's over, and now going on the overtime is going to get everything will be worked up to be prepared. So be sure, because watch the tires on the rear, because this is going to get very skillful to be able to take it in for. And also try to be on the lookout whenever you're going to have to use the radar, because this is going to get everything a little bit possible to be able to get. Oh man, can't believe it, that was so close. That might deserve to be able to take the better lap time that this one might have. So yeah, just keep a good eyes on the tires whenever it's having a little bit handling issue. That might consider this to be able to have to keep an eye out on it. Okay, looks like overtime is already begun. Now let's just gonna going in onto the finish line to be proceed as possible. So looks like this is gonna be able to take the 4th lap time finish, and then this is gonna be able to get ready to get started. Okay, I hope that this is gonna be able to start out on 15th place, but this is gonna get very skillful to be able to have to take, but well, it's gonna get very challenging to be prepared for. So, alright. Looks like definitely the most Porsche 911 GT3 RS just takes the first place by the head starts. So this is going to get everything will be ready, because just going to keep a good strategized racing skills, and then do the best you can, and make sure keep a good eyes out on the tires on the rear, because it might show on the depleted in the red, because this is going to get everything will be prepared to be able to take the risk. Might be able to hold on to endure, but spin outs might happen, because we have to be able to take one good racing strategy that this is going to be able to keep up the grip. Might be able to hold on for, but this is going to get very challenging if we might be able to stay strong to be able to reach up onto the top position. So even sure, because good thing few other players with Porsche 911 GT3 RS like having a Porsche Cup, and then other cars will be okay to be able to welcome anytime soon. So looks like this is definitely might be very good to have the best choice to be able to bring out a road car that this might be needed for. So only for next year's Nations Cup that this one might come better to be able to have to take new set of challenges that this one might have. Any other new cars will be able to wait anytime soon. So looks like it's just gonna be able to going in to be able to get started. Then qualifying is good to go. So maybe this is gonna be starting out on 18th place because this is gonna get very stronger to be able to deal with any other Porsches to be able to have. Alright, now looks like this is gonna get everything will be prepared. So let's just gonna have a good clean race. This is gonna might need to do a lot of racing strategy that this one might have everything we need. Alright, good luck to all and good luck for the best chances for having a one good excellent clean race. We'll do the best we can to be able to take on for the championships event that this is gonna get everything will be prepared. Okay, be easy on the turn 1 because this is going to get very difficult. So let's just going to do the best we can because this is going to get everything will be well practiced that this one might need to take. Alright, so here we go. This is going to get everything will be ready. Okay, this is definitely might be able to have to take one good ways to be able to get. Alright, it's time to get ready to race on round 34 on the Nations Cup. So looks like this is going to get everything will be ready to go. So this is going to get everything started. So first up is Alex King LP with a Porsche 911. Second place is Skid Row 8872 with a Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. Third place is Haywood with a Subaru WRX Group B road car. Fourth place is Scuba Stu 1 with a Porsche. Fifth place is El Matrazo PR with an orange Porsche. Sixth place is Deadhead 75420. Seventh place is Nelson Yet. Eighth place is Oil Pressure P7M5. Ninth place is Aquarel for the anime style. 10th place is Trincha Barista 96. 11th place is Onoma 420. 12th place is Roadhog 2. 13th place is Fishret 58. 14th place is Jammer 1796. 15th place is OG Molerman. 16th place is Don Calzone BIP. 17th place is Go Not Show with a Ford Mustang. 18th place is myself with a Porsche UTRS livery variant. 19th place is LCRK Crusher. And last place is Move Daddy 58. Now, be sure that this is all about taking a lot of risk strategy because I know things always get criticism that this is going to get everything will be ready. So this is going to get ready to do the real deal because this is going to be able to take the challenge that this one might be able to be ready for. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take 7 laps of the challenge, but we'll have to make sure do the best we can. But this is going to get everything, we might get everything skillful, we might be able to do everything, we might keep a good eyes check on the rear. Alright, green light is in the go, so here we go, let's get started. This is going to get very stronger to be able to take it in on hold because this is going to get everything well pressured to be able to keep it on for. Alright, looks like this is going to get everything excellent to be ready because this is going to get very challenging, folks, by using the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. And this is going to get very stronger to be able to make sure just stay maintained, stay on hold, and make sure don't get too much negative responses after the race ends, because this is going to get everything challenges that this one might have. Okay, let's just gonna be able to take a little bit more time to be able to get there, but this is going to get very challenging, that this is going to be able to get closer to get. Now, I know that this is going to get everything might be able to stay on the throttle to be able to keep it much pressure hold, because this is going to get very challenging to be able to have to go in and push through to be able to get, because let's just gonna going in and okay, looks like two of them just left, and then Don Calzone VIP is definitely might be able to take a little bit of time to be able to get in for. Now, looks like this is going to get everything will be worked up on it, because two of them just left, and now looks like this is going to get continuing on to be able to keep going on for. Well, due to the fact, because any other vehicle that this will be needed to be able to take the best uses to be able to have. Now, let's just going to be able to keep trying, and then this is going to be able to stay strong for having a one tough race that this is going to be able to coming in for. But it is going to get everything well pressured to be made for. Okay, looks like this is going to get pretty worked up to be able to stay focused, and then this is going to be able to get everything well pressured to be on hold. Now, looks like moving on into the second lap of the race, and this is going to get everything will be needed to be able to endure, because this is going to get everything well faster to be made enough for, because this is going to have to take everything on hold to be able to keep it well pressured to get. Okay. Now, looks like this is going to get everything we might be able to take it in for. Now, even that this is going to get pretty closer to be able to have to take it in for. Looks like Alex King LP takes the lead to be able to going in by the start of it. And then this is going to get everything worked up properly to be able to get made in for. Now, looks like just going to have to take one good brake balance check that this is going to be able to have. Okay, this is going to be able to do proper ways to be able to have it in for. So this is going to be able to stay strong and stay pressured, that this is going to be able to take it in on hold. Alright, this is going to get everything will be ready to be able to take it on board. Then here comes that turn. It's going to get everything will be made to be able to take it on. But it gets a little bit struggle to be able to keep on board to maintain. Now, it's going to get pretty harder to be able to get, because, oh man, that was a very hard bump. Just going to have to keep it well checked, and then make sure no bumping around on this race is definitely might be getting in for. Alright. Now, looks like this is going to get very closer to be able to get there for, but it's going to get very slower and steady, because this is going to get everything well pressure foretold, because this is going to get everything a little bit loosened up on it. Alright, now going on in the third lap, and then looks like Skid Row is now going to be able to take on in, and then currently in second place to be able to take it on for, and then Roadhog 2 in 12th place, and now he's going to be able to catch up on it. Now, looks like this is going to get everything we might be able to stay strong and stay well maintained for it. And this is going to get everything well pressure on the hold to be able to take a little bit more time. Despite for the handling effect that this is going to get everything a little bit slower, but sometimes other players think that slow cars are not good enough to be able to take any skills we might be able to do successful ways to get. But it gets a little bit harder to be able to have everything for. The only answer is that things always get ripped up. Everyone has issues, because this is going to get everything stronger to be able to take it in for. Okay, looks like Jammer 1796 takes on in 14th place, that this is going to be able to take it in for. Even his Ferrari F40 is definitely might be able to take a little bit more time to be able to get in for. It's going to get pretty harder to be able to get in by the simple ways to get there. And then this is going to have to take a little bit pressure on the hole. Wait, looks like just almost had it, and then LCRK Crusher is about to pass by it. And looks like this is going to get everything having a little bit problem to be able to have it in for. Okay, looks like that considers to be able to have a 3-second penalty occur due to the accidental effect that this is going to get everything we'll be able to work on for. Now, the tire is about to get very low at the start on the first 3 laps because this is going to get everything we'll be able to have to take it in for. But this is going to get pretty issued up on it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to give an early pit stop time that this is going to be able to give a call for. Well, unfortunately, every race has a problem, but this is going to get very riskier to get. Now, maybe this is definitely might be needed to be able to choose a better car that this fool might have it in for. Alright, Smooth Daddy 58 is now calling in onto the pits, and then this is definitely might be able to have the perfect time to be able to have to change up the tires. But fortunately that this is going to get everything has to take it all for. People make mistakes, but sometimes has to be able to learn to take responsibility of racing that this is going to get everything well pressured to be on hold. Alright, looks like back on the track, and then the chase is on, and this is going to get everything we might be needed to be able to get in for. But every time that this is going to be able to have a hard race we might need it to get, but this is going to get everything we'll be able to work up on it because just going to keep trying, and then this is going to get everything a lot of harder ways to be able to catch up onto the top opponents is going to get stronger to get. Now let's see how this will might do it, but things are getting a little bit harder to be able to get everything well pressured up on it because this is going to get very stronger to be able to be made. Now looks like Haywood is now in third, and now this is going to get everything will be properly weighed to be able to get in for because this is going to get every stronger that this is going to be able to take it on for. Looks like going in onto the pit stop that this is going to be able to take the call in for. But this is going to get pretty stronger that this is going to get everything needed to be able to keep it well pressured on hold. Okay, looks like a few of them are entering the pits due to the handling effect on the pressure that this is going to get everything we might stay on hold for. Now, this is going to get everything we'll be able to keep it well cold, and then maybe other people think that things are not pretty good because it needs to do a lot of work because it needs to be able to have to keep on going to be able to keep trying for it because this is definitely might be able to have one better way to be able to get everything in for. Okay, looks like Deadhead is now coming out of the pits, and now this is going to be able to have a better tire that this is going to be able to keep it in for. Now, looks like this is going to get everything a little bit troubling going on during the time of the race. It's going to get everything will be well pressured to be able to stay on hold. Okay, now looks like this is going to get everything will might be needed to be able to stay on it. Okay, gonna have to take it in, and then this is going to get everything has to be able to take a little bit more time for any other racers who don't achieve for it because this is going to get everything well pressured up to be able to stay on hold. Now, it's going to get pretty well tired that this is going to be able to take plenty much pressure to be able to get in for. But unfortunately that this is going to get everything has to be able to take it on for because looks like this is going to get very harder to be able to get. Now, looks like Alex King is definitely might be able to take it in on first place in the lead, and then he can probably able to take the podium that this is going to be able to take for only last 2 more laps remaining. But this is going to get everything worked harder to be able to get in. Okay, looks like this is going to get everything a little bit tighter, and then just going to have to keep everything going. Now, looks like this is going to get everything we'll be able to take it on for, and then gets a little bit struggle, and then everything has to be able to make sure, because still trying to be able to catch up onto any position that this is going to be able to have. Okay, just keep going on the apex, and this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to get there, to be able to make it in. But it always gets harder to be able to take the smooth balance that this is definitely might be regularly, since taking on the Porsche Cup that this is going to be able to coming in for. But it is going to be doing well better to get. But sometimes it is definitely might be pretty harder to be able to make it in, to be able to get in for. Okay, looks like LCRK Crusher is definitely might be doing okay, because taking a little bit more time to be able to keep it well pressured on, and then this is definitely might be able to have to give plenty much more pressure to be able to just wait until the 6th lap is gonna be able to coming in, and this is gonna get everything we'll be able to keep it up on it whenever pit stop calls us in, and then this is definitely might be able to take a little bit time to be able to get in, because any other racers who really wants to take the chances to be able to be on the top position, and then this is going to be able to coming in. 7th and final lap, it's on its way. Now, looks like this is going to be able to keep it up on it, because this is going to get everything well pressured up to be able to go in. Okay, now this is going to get everything, we might be able to stay on track, and then this is going to be able to take it in to be able to go in for. Now, looks like Rohawk just definitely might be doing okay to be able to take a little bit more time, so it's going to be able to take well pressured on hold, because sometimes it's definitely might be able to take one harder ways to be able to get. Okay, just gonna have to keep it going, and then this is gonna get everything a little bit tighter to get. Okay, looks like things are doing well, and things definitely not went well for it, because every racer has an issue with handling, and struggle is going to get everything we might have everything in for. Now, sometimes a dirty race happens, just going to be able to keep trying until this is going to be able to going in by next year, that this is going to get everything we'll be able to work properly to get. Now, looks like LCRK Crusher just definitely attempted to recover it, and now just going to be able to going in to take one overtake, we might be able to do better ways to get. Well, evenly, that this is going to get pretty harder to be able to take it nice and slow. 2009 Porsche 911 is definitely might be giving the best suitable choice that this is going to be able to take. And then this is going to be apparently that this might be able to have the same page by having a handling issue that this is going to be able to coming in for. Okay, looks like 0.5 seconds on the track, ignoring track limit by the mistake. Well, this is going to get very closer by the main outcome, and looks like Haywood takes the win on the podium. It definitely might be able to coming in to see it. Now, looks like this is definitely might be doing well to be able to keep it going, and then looks like finally made it in one piece, because due to the handling problem is definitely might be getting harder to get. Well, despite for the efforts, because well, even having hard skills, that this is going to be able to go all the way in. But well, luckily that this is going to be able to try to do better ways to get. But I know this is going to be able to have to try to do everything might be able to go in for. Alright, so outcome result for 17th place, and then yep, looks like this is going to have to do a better card, that this is going to need to do a lot of work. So oh, it's okay, but no need to have negative comments around here, because well, sometimes it is definitely not comfortable ways to be able to try to keep it up, but we still try to learn, but we had to do better ways that we need to be able to get. Well, looks like just gonna be able to congratulations to Haywood for the win, and then that was definitely might be very good to be able to achievable for. Well, kind of say that this may be able to try to be able to have to stay careful for it, so well, at least that try a better car next time, because this is definitely might be able to have. Well, sometimes it is going to be able to take a little pressure ways to be able to get in on hold for, so we're still trying, because this is definitely might be able to go all the way to be able to have to take one pressure ways to be able to do the best we can. So Haywood deserves the best win, and then the other top two is definitely might be able to do perfect ways we might get in for. Well, looks like just gonna be able to make sure, because the rear tire pressure is definitely might be challenging by having a handling issue that this is gonna be able to have. So just gonna be able to have to take for recent outcome events, because this is definitely might be able to have better skill ways to get, but it gets very challenging that this is going to be able to have it for. So due to the handling effect issue check, that this is going to be very tougher to get, so we had to be able to take a lot of pressure to be able to stay strong in reality. But well, only on the online championship, this is definitely might be needed to be able to make sure, try not to do any collision as we can, but don't slow down, try to do faster ways to get, because that was definitely might be having a lot of pressure that this is going to be able to have. So don't get too overwhelmed, just try to be calm and very passive, and this is going to get everything we might need it to be able to work hard to be able to do achievable ways of skills. But well, lessons to be learned, but try not to do any having a little problems during the qualifying time and race time to be able to get everything we need to be able to make sure, because this is going to be able to have to take a lot of pressure to be able to take some skills we might be able to get everything needs to get. So make sure that do the best behavior if you can. Try not to exit out, because this is going to might need to be able to do another ways that this is going to have to take a lot of it, that this will might have everything to do it. Okay folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification upload, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be see you guys next time for continuing on the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.